Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video. As you saw by the thumbnail, I am very stimulated right now because I have my hands on the Nars Holiday palette, and it's like their new 2018 little palette. It's called Provocateur, and it has like this cool punk rockish kind of vibe to it, and I feel like it's totally me. Like, this is my palette if I had a palette. Before I move on, you can see my face is pretty cool. There's an amazing glow to it. This is from my last Get Ready With Me video. Not the same day, but like exactly the same makeup that I did. So if you're wondering like what I was using, how to get the look, you know, it's on that video. The only thing that is different now is that I'm not breaking out as much down here anymore. Now I have a huge breakout on my nose. So I might be going off camera and like touching it up if it's too red. But before we go on, I am going to do a look with this today. But before I do the look, I'm going to show you really quickly all the colors. So this is it. So you can see we have a nice purple, we have a gray, we have like a maroonish color, we have like a pinky sparkle, and then we have like a light shimmer, and this sick brick red down here. And I'm gonna swatch them. It swatches really similar to the single, so the pigmentation is really nice. And I have a feeling that you can also use these wet or dry. The case has like little three-dimensional triangles, as you can see. And then when you look at it, you know, from the top view, you can see Nars, the logo behind the little sculptural thing that's on the case. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch them from lightest to darkest. So the first color is Vinyl. And I have a theory, because it looks white and then when you swatch it, it looks a little bit more golden. It reminds me a lot of the old Albatross, if you guys remember, you know, like before they came out with the new one, the old one was very much like this, like it looked white, but then it swatched 100% golden. The second color is Screech. The third color I'm gonna swatch is Smash It Up. The fourth color is Endless Party. And then the next one is Not For Sale. And then the last one is called Exploit. So here are all the colors, as you can see. Pretty fun look. It's definitely more of like a smoky eye type of palette with some pops of color. You could use it by itself. I'm gonna challenge myself and just use the colors that are on the palette and try to blend them into something. But I would highly recommend, you know, adding these colors onto what you already have, and it's probably gonna work a lot better that way, you know, because these are such fun colors that are very versatile to use with like some normal browns, or even with like grays and blacks. This would all play really nicely with. Let me go clean this up and I'll be right back. We'll do a look. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with the Nars primer just to prime my eyes, and I'm using the smudge proof primer. So this doesn't have any color, it's 100% colorless. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use Vinyl all over the eye as like a priming shade. I'm gonna bring out Vinyl all the way out to the brow bone. I mean outside of the brow bone, because I actually want to blend outside in that area. And I'm gonna also put a little bit under the eye as well. And I think what I'm gonna be doing today is something more smoky, but like punk rock smoky. So it's gonna have tons of color, it's gonna be super dark, but I feel like it's gonna be kind of a fun look to try, you know, for this video. So I'm gonna use a combination of Endless Party, which is the red, and Smash It Up, which is the like the grayish gunmetal type of shade. So the shadows go on really smooth, just like the singles. And I'm pretty sure you can use them wet or dry. Okay, and then because I really want to see the color, I'm going to use a smaller brush to really define that red. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I'm gonna bring it to the bottom. Before I do though, I'm gonna fix this. Okay, perfect. Now I'm gonna cut the crease with a little bit of whiteout. One of the annoying things about the palette, just to be honest, is that when you pick up a color with a crease brush, the powder kind of lifts up and goes everywhere, which is not a big problem, but you have to keep blowing at the palette so that way it doesn't mix with the other colors, if you know what I mean. Okay, now that we cut the crease, I'm going to start layering the other shades. So I'm going to go in with Smash It Up. And you can see this shade goes on a little bit more shimmery than the first shade. And I thought I was just gonna use these colors, but I think I'm gonna add the purple, you know, a little bit just for the basket. That one's called Not For Sale. And then as a final touch, I'm going to use vinyl. Okay, so I just went and put some eyeliner mascara on, and this is what it looks like. Let me zoom out and I'll give you some final thoughts. Okay guys, so that was my very first time using the Nars Provocateur palette. I actually love this palette. I think it's really cool. The only thing that I noticed while playing with the shadows was the fallout. There is fallout when you move the shadows around the palette. So if you can see, you know, there's a little bit of like moving around going on in the palette, but it's not a horrible thing, you know. Once it's on the brush and you tap the brush, the excess off, the powder seems to stay really well and it blends really easily and nicely. It has a pigmentation in it that's almost like water, I felt. like when I'm brushing it through the skin absorbs it and it stays in place, and then you can go back to it and then start moving it again. I am really impressed with the quality of the shadows of this and the singles. I feel like they're so much better. I never like looked to Nars for eyeshadow. I was like, this brand is crap. They just have fun colors. But now they're pretty serious, and I feel like this is the way to go. And I'm super proud to own this palette. It's gonna sit in my vanity and I'm gonna use it here and there, you know. Okay, that was it for this Nars Provocateur palette. This was part 1. I am going to be doing more looks with this palette, so keep posted. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, ring the bell button so you know when I have a new video. Like and share the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.